Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Good morning. The government looking for new funding for the Grand Bahama Airport. Downtown straw vendors fear a week-long closure and the impact that would have. And in business, we are talking with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce about their inbound trade mission from Barbados and access to funding and more. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Duquesne is off today. Also this morning, we are talking about the 10th annual Chickcharney Challenge. Our very own Chester Robards will be here to tell us all about that and what you need to know to be a part of that in just a few days. That's all ahead, but first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, the Davis administration is in the process of organizing alternative funding for the redevelopment of the Grand Bahama International Airport after initial funding plans fell through. That's according to Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper. Last year, the government signed an agreement with Aerodrome Limited, Manchester Airport Group, and BHM Construction International UK for the $200 million transformation of GBIA, which sustained critical damage during Hurricane Dorian. The deal was finalized after an extensive negotiation process, and Manchester Airport Group was set to provide funding for the airport's reconstruction. But Cooper confirming yesterday that the government has been forced to find alternative funding for the airport. He said they expected a private-public partnership some time ago for the advancement of the airport. But when asked to respond to F&M leader Michael Pintard's questions about the progress on the resort, the Grand Lucayne Resort in Grand Bahama and GBIA, Cooper admitted that there was a funding challenge. Pintard had questioned why demolition on the resort had not yet started, despite the government entering an agreement with Concord Wilshire Capital in May. Pintard also asked why progress on the airport's redevelopment had been stagnant. Downtown straw market vendors are pushing back against a proposed 7-day closure of the market for maintenance. As they say, the week-long closure could leave them in a tough financial spot. On Monday, President of the Straw Business Persons Society, Rebecca Small-Morley, shared concerns regarding the impact of the closure. argued that the Straw Market Authority needs to rethink their decision. Small Marley says the closure, not yet confirmed by officials, comes at a difficult time as vendors are currently in the middle of a slow season. Vendors have been asked to remove their goods and other belongings from the premises during the week-long maintenance, something vendors note is a further financial strain. And following what Bahamas Taxi Cab Union President Tyrone Butler described as unproductive meetings with the Ministry of Transport and NAD, Nassau Airport Development Company, Butler says the union is ready to take the next steps in order to be taken seriously. Butler has alleged that his members are being pushed out or overlooked in areas reserved for taxis, including the airports and hotels, in favor of livery drivers. The Ministry of Energy and Transport met with BTCU, the taxi union, and the Bahamas Livery Drivers Union last week. Butler says that the negotiations are ongoing, the discussions are ongoing, but, quote, those discussions don't seem to be producing anything reasonable for us. Recently, Butler said that the union is ready to protest at Lyndon Pidling International Airport. However, yesterday, Butler would not reveal what actions the union would take. And the Bahamas Customs, Immigration, and Allied Workers Union rejecting the Ministry of Labor and Public Services decision to change public officers' vacation leave entitlements. Union President Darren Brooks arguing that the industrial agreement that guarantees 5 weeks of vacation for qualified officers. He says the amendments were made unilaterally without any consultation or engagement with the union. A suspended teacher taking the witness stand and categorically denying sexually abusing a former student, Robert Aiden faces charges of indecent assault and unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor of the same sex at his trial before Justice Wilhelmina Archer-Mins. Aiden was working as a mathematics teacher and track coach at a government high school when prosecutors alleged that he sexually assaulted a 15-year-old boy. Aiden has been suspended from teaching pending the outcome of the trial. Questioned by his lawyer, Mario Gray, Aiden denied touching his accuser's private parts during a massage in 2019. The complainant alleged that during cross-country practice near the cricket club on West Bay Street, he had told Aiden that he hadn't injured his leg. That's when Aiden allegedly massaged him and touched him intimately. You can read more on the case in today's Nassau Guardian. And a man who jumped bail almost a decade ago has been jailed for a 2015 case. Brandon Carey was sentenced to 1 year in prison on December 1st, 2015 for firearm possession. However, he was granted bail pending an appeal of the conviction, but Carey never showed up for the appeal and an arrest warrant was issued and his appeal was dismissed. Carey remained at large until he was caught with another gun on September 5th, 2025. Carey was outside of a business on East Street South around 1 a.m. with a Black Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield Plus pistol and 4 9mm rounds of ammunition. Carey lied to officers initially claiming that he was a police officer. Carey pleaded not guilty to charges of possession of an unlicensed firearm, possession of ammunition, and deceit of a public officer when he appeared before Magistrate Lennox Colby last week. He's due back in court for that matter on September 23rd. Overseas, U.S. President Donald Trump says the U.S. military again targeted a boat allegedly carrying drugs from Venezuela, killing 3 aboard the vessel, and hinted that the military targeting of cartels could be further expanded. Trump saying in a Truth Social post announcing the strike, quote, the strike occurred while these confirmed narco-terrorists from Venezuela were in international waters transporting illegal narcotics, a deadly weapon poisoning Americans. These extremely violent drug trafficking cartels pose a threat to U.S. national security, foreign policy, and vital U.S. interests. The strike was carried out nearly 2 weeks after another military strike on what the Trump administration said was a drug-carrying speedboat from Venezuela that killed 11. Speaking to reporters in the Oval Office later on Monday, Trump said that he had been shown footage of the latest strike. Asked what proof the U.S. has that the vessel was carrying drugs, Trump replied, quote, "We have proof. All you have to do is look at the cargo that was spattered all over the ocean. Big bags of cocaine and fentanyl all over the place." And the Trump administration Monday adding Colombia to a list of nations failing to cooperate in the drug war for the first time in almost 30 years. A stinging rebuke of a traditional U.S. ally that reflects a recent surge in cocaine production and fraying ties between the White House and the country's leftist president. Meanwhile, President Gustavo Petro, who has said on several occasions that whiskey kills more people than cocaine, lamented Trump's decision during a televised cabinet meeting Monday, saying Colombia was penalized after sacrificing the lives of dozens of policemen, soldiers, and regular citizens trying to stop cocaine from reaching the United States. And the death toll from the explosion of a tanker truck carrying propane on a major highway in Mexico City last week has risen to 15. Mexico City health officials announcing that a 40-year-old man had died from his injuries, and then hours later saying in a statement that a 15th person had died who had not been identified. 39 people remain in the hospital. Investigators determined that the tank of the overturned trailer ruptured after colliding with something. They continue investigating whether the truck was speeding and whether the driver had sufficient training. The resulting fire last Wednesday engulfed more than 24 vehicles and left dozens of badly burned victims. In sports, as we told yesterday, still searching for that elusive global medal outdoors. Devin Charlton giving it quite a ride Monday night, coming up short in Tokyo against a very tough field. Charlton is finishing sixth in the women's 100 meters hurdles at the 20th World Athletics Championships, running a season's best time of 12.49 seconds after a season's best of 12.51 in the semis just an hour earlier. Former NBA professional player Kai Jones will be taking his talents to Turkey for the 2025-2026 EuroLeague season. Jones signing a one-year deal with Anadolu Efes to play for the team in the Turkish Super League. Prior to the overseas assignment and signing, the Bahamian big man and former NBA first-round pick spent 3 seasons. After being drafted by the Charlotte Hornets in 2021, Jones garnered interest from NBA teams, including the Miami Heat, during free agency, but was unable to secure a contract. And from the WNBA, the journey to defending their WNBA title is off to a strong start for the New York Liberty, the reigning champs, and Grand Bahamian professional basketball player Jonquel J.J. Jones, the team earning a 76-69 overtime victory over the Phoenix Mercury in their opening game of the best-of-3 first-round series Sunday night against Phoenix. The 2024 WNBA champions now hold a 1-0 series lead and can sweep the series with a Game 2 win. Jones contributed primarily on the defensive end, finishing with 7 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 35 minutes of play, shooting 3 for 7 from the field and 1 for 3 beyond the arc. From Monday Night Football action, a doubleheader, the LA Chargers getting a 20-9 win of the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Tampa Bay Bucks getting a very close last-minute win, 20-19 over the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will have surgery on his injured left toe, according to coach Zach Taylor. Taylor did not have a timeline for when Burrow will have surgery or how long the franchise quarterback might be out. The turf toe injury is expected to sideline Burrow a minimum of 3 months. And more injuries. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels is dealing with a knee injury, and coach Dan Quinn saying the AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year status for the team's next game is up in the air. The Commanders at 1-1 now for the season host the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday. For Major League Baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies securing their second consecutive National League East title. The Phillies rallied for a wild 6-5 victory in 10 innings over the Los Angeles Dodgers Monday night. The Phillies hoping will keep happening all the way through October as they chase the franchise's third World Series crown and first since 2008. Philadelphia was already assured its fourth straight National League playoff berth on Sunday when the San Francisco Giants lost to the Dodgers. And with the second-place New York Mets idle Monday, the Phillies needed a win to become the first division champion of the majors in this season. They blew 3 one-run leads before finally getting past the NL West leading Dodgers for their 9th victory in 11 games, opening a 12.5-game lead over the Mets in the NL East with 11 to play. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. In your weather for today, we've got weak troughing along with abundant tropical moisture. That's going to maintain the likelihood of isolated showers or thunderstorms over northern portions of the country today. Meanwhile, gentle to moderate breezes expected as high pressure dominates elsewhere. A shift to more unsettled pattern expected by midweek over the northern and northwest Bahamas. That's going to be as a result of the combination of deep layered troughing and tropical moisture. And that's going to support cloudy skies, scattered showers, and thunderstorms through to the end of the week, heading into the weekend. Additionally, by the end of the week, the northern extent of a tropical wave, along with an approaching mid to upper level low, will increase shower and thunderstorm chances for the southern islands across the weekend. So everyone's being reminded to remain hydrated and wear protective clothing and sunscreen, sunglasses. Seek shaded areas as well, as we're expecting another day with triple digit heat indices and UV levels in the very high to high range. The forecast for today for the northern and northwest Bahamas, partly sunny, becoming fair tonight with a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms. Winds northeast to east at 10 knots, falling light and variable at times. For the central and southeast Bahamas, partly cloudy, with a 20% chance of showers today or isolated thunderstorms. Winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots for the central islands, easterly at 15 to 20 knots for the southeast Bahamas. High temperatures around 90 Fahrenheit, 91 Fahrenheit, 32, 33 Celsius today, but the heat index will make you feel like it's 103, 104 Fahrenheit, 40 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 80, 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. More on your extended outlook and a look at the tropics coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance Made Simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
It is time for a break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
have banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to, your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
It's time to upgrade the way you enjoy at-home entertainment. Alive Fiber is here. Enjoy all your favorite channels and streaming apps, all at lightning-fast internet speeds with affordable bundles, and it's only a click away. Visit www.alivefiber.com to sign up now. Stay connected, live your life. It's good to be alive.
Starbucks Bahamas is the place you need to be. Yeah. Taste the pride of Bohemian craft and culture in premium coffee. That's right. Committed to serve convenience and we stand on consistency. Wow. We're more than just a coffee house. Come join our community. We've been here for 20 years. Set the celebration with us. Uplift the everyday with each cup. Coffee, community, craft and culture. We've been here for 20 years. Set the celebration with us. Starbucks Bahamas come to give you coffee, community, craft and culture.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
This October, Bahama invites you to indulge your senses at the Culinary and Arts Festival, where world-class flavors meet breathtaking creativity in the heart of the Bahamas. Join us October 22nd through 26th for an unforgettable celebration featuring culinary legends Marcus Samuelson, Dario Zucchini, Simeon Hall Jr., and Scott Conant, alongside a vibrant lineup of chefs and mixologists. Explore captivating art installations, interactive workshops, and live performances, all set against the stunning backdrop of Nassau's premier luxury resort. From curated tasting events to beachfront feasts and immersive gallery experiences, this is more than a festival. It's a feast for the soul. Tickets and packages are going fast. Visit bahamar.com to reserve your spot at the Culinary and Arts Festival at Bahamar, where taste and talent take center stage.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on cable, Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 4224796 standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Duquesa Dean is off today. She's on vacation. Hope she's having a great time. She'll be back with us in a few weeks. So it's just you and me today. And coming up, we're going to be joined by our very own Chester Robards. He's going to be here talking about his Chick Charney Challenge. It is coming up in just a couple of weeks. We can get all the details about it. It's not too late for you to sign up and sign up a team. He'll tell you how. Coming up. And then later in business, it's our monthly Chamber Hour series with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. We're talking about, they've got a couple of inbound missions. We're going to find out about them and what you need to do to be a part of that. That's all ahead on this Tuesday, but let's start right now with what else is in the news. news. And in the news, the Davis administration celebrating 4 years in office. The election was 4 years ago today, remember? And so all week long, I've been hearing it already on talk radio, people looking back and talking about the anniversary and where things are at this point as the election is very close. In today's National Guardian, our executive editor, Candia Dames, writing a piece on these 4 years, analysis on this. Some won't like this headline, I'm sure, especially the Davis administration and their supporters. The headline is Unremarkable, an Era of Low Achievement. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So you've got to pick up today's National Guardian to read all about that. And let us know what you think about that. But that's in today's National Guardian. Wow. Yeah. All right. So a lot to talk about in the news this morning. Before we get to the big headline about the Grand Bahama Airport, everyone's been asking what is going on with that. We're going to get to that in a bit. I just have to say, this is a court story. Every day a court story sticks out to me. And this is just, how is this happening? Man who jumped bail, jailed for 2015 conviction. Artesia Davis, 2015. It's 2025, right? Yeah. Artesia Davis writing about it today. A man who jumped bail almost a decade ago on Monday jailed for a 2015 case. Brandon Carey was sentenced to 1 year in prison on December 1st, 2015, for firearm possession. 1 year, only 1 year. For firearm possession. However, he was granted bail pending an appeal of the conviction. But Carey never showed up for the appeal, and an arrest warrant issued, and his appeal was dismissed 2015. Carey remained at large from 2015 until he was caught with another gun on September 5th, 2025. From 2015. He was in New Providence, this massive, vast wasteland. Okay. Carey was outside of a business on East Street South around 1 a.m. with a black Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield Plus pistol and 4 9mm rounds. Carey lied to officers initially, claiming that he was a police officer. And he pleaded guilty to charges of possession of an unlicensed firearm, possession of ammunition, and deceit of a public officer when he appeared before Magistrate Lennox Colby last week. He's due back in court for that matter on September 23rd. So I'm very curious to see how we're going to play this because, if you've been on the run for 10 years and you're found with another gun, and he lied to police officers, and he had a bunch of ammunition. I mean, we shouldn't be able to count as high as what he should get, right? But I suspect. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. What do you all think? Should we take some bets on what his sentence would look like? And how concurrent it would be? Bail. Skip bail 10 years ago, found here in Nassau. I mean, was he here the whole time? Like 10 years on the... There's no way, right? Make it make sense. Anyway, okay. So, government looking for new funding for Grand Bahama Airport. I'm trying to process it. If you want to talk about that, give us a call. 323-6232. 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. It just I don't understand. Was he in a coma? How do you hide for 10 years and Caller, before we move on to the airport, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How you doing?
I'm just trying to understand where I live.
Well, I think what we continue to identify is there is this case multiple reflection on the failure of the system, including your focus on the fact that they weren't able to locate it in this small town.
Well, I wonder if they were trying. You think they were trying?
Perhaps there has been they've fallen off the radar of interest, because he seemed to have been pretty active, acquiring a weapon afresh, and also being up and about. So he wasn't really hiding out. If
maybe not. Maybe this was the previous stash. Who knows? You don't know.
I know too with this case, though, Dwight, that in your initial reading, you pointed the reporter pointed out that this gentleman was found guilty, sentenced, and then
he was
allowed to be on bail pending the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a fairness in comparing the fact that just the other day a mother was denied, not a pending appeal, but she was denied to have a delay in her sentence so that she can breastfeed. But this gentleman was able to use the appeal process to stay out of prison. Would there be a fairness in making comparison between those two allowances by the court?
Wow, I'm not familiar with the case you're bringing up, but I mean, I guess the people like this who abuse these privileges make it harder for the others. Perhaps, maybe that's it.
Because I'm thinking that the court has discretion in determining whether or not you start to serve your sentence pending appeal. Or just because you appeal, does that mean that you automatically get to stay out of commencing your sentence? We've argued that the discretion of not. Some of us argue the discretion of not allowing that woman to have a delayed sentence so that she could at least provide some form of maternal care for her newborn.
What was she charged with?
I'm not sure what the case was, but it was nothing near firearms. I think it was reckless. She was some traffic fatality where she was caught. She was charged with killing someone without having driver's license and insurance.
No, lock her up. No.
But I'm just saying though that the court seems to be a level of inconsistency. If I'm correct in assuming that there's a discretion that could have been applied to both of these cases. I could be wrong that one case might have a discretion and the other one might not have. But if both cases have a matter of discretion, it's surprising to me that this gentleman was given discretion for firearms and then he jumped bail, et cetera, and then the other case wasn't given discretion.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll leave that as that, and I'll look forward to the discussion with Candia Dame's article on the administration's performance. She deemed it what's the word?
Unremarkable, an era of low achievement.
I'm sure she's prepared for all of the unhappy response from the minions that sent them to support this political party, and they're underperforming.
Well, so, I'm sure she's used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but she does a good job in writing. I followed her work from way back, and she's done a good job in reflecting the nonsense in a lot of these political parties. I remember under the Minister administration last government, she was pretty spot on with a lot of our National Review articles. And I do agree with her that I've always said that Prime Minister Davis, coming out of the camaraderie of Prime Minister Ingram and Prime Minister Christie, that he had every motivation to excel and be a prime minister that stands out from Ingram and Christie. And I'm just one of those behemoths who believe that he has not met that challenge. That he in my view, he's going to go down as being not a better prime minister than either of the previous two.
Interesting. Well, that's certainly debatable, but okay. Especially one of them. But I hear you. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Boy. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, Dwight. I'm not surprised about the things what we continue to be surprised about in this country, right? Simply because by now we should have already then come to the conclusion that this is systemic. To say, our leaders aren't really interested in changing this, right? Because for the type of stories we just hear every week coming from out of the judiciary and stuff like that, it only raised one question to me, and I believe we have to start calling right for maybe having a private or what we call it, an attorney general office that is non-partisan. I don't know how possible that could be, but hey. But because we can need an attorney general facility that really works for the people and not the administrations would put them in place.
Okay, so you're bringing that up in this regard. Why?
Why? Because it seems like the courts them can't get things right, and
is it the court here or is it the police? It's questionable why he got bail after being convicted. Appeal?
Well, that's the part I'm talking about. See, There's so much problems going on, right? After a man went on the run for 10 years and then go to court and still get bail,
no. He doesn't have bail now.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, but he got bail after being convicted of gun possession, right? Convicted. But he was appealing it 10 years ago in 2015, appealing the conviction. He was found guilty and he got bail to appeal, which is interesting.
He never showed up.
And he never showed up. He's been on the run for 10 years.
well, I'm surprised by that. But, right, let me just, before you go, right, I think you mentioned something about the government trying to get another loan for the Grand Bahama Airport,
yeah,
right?
We're going to get into that right now, the funding.
Okay, but I go right now. But, let them know, right, until they could tell us what happened to the two alleged fundings or proposal was supposed to be designated for the Grand Bahama Airport, let us know what happened to those funds, right? And then we could think about trying to find out about finding some more funds to throw down in a hole that nobody's could find it. Because as far as I am aware of, right, some funds was already donated or allocated or whatever to the Grand Bahama in the sum of $200 or so $million, and I don't really know, but hey.
Well, we'll see if we can find out more about that in the stories that we're going to read right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate the call. Okay, let's get to your text messages, then we'll get to the Grand Bahama Airport story. So it all depends on who this guy's related to, this texter's saying. Wow. People wondering who his previous attorney was. Oh, boy. Dwight, do you remember the guy who jumped bail and was captured in the United States, deported back to the Bahamas by U.S. officials and turned over to the Bahamas, and he has now skipped bail again and is on the police wanted list? Really? What? So why give him bail again when he jumped bail the first time? This doesn't make any sense. It just shows you how slack and corrupt the system is. That is wild. Huh? Okay, so we're clearly playing. It's a joke. It's clowns. This is a circus. That's all. That's all it means. Can you imagine the amount of offenses he's done in 10 years? Well, I don't know. But certainly he's got his guns. Mm-hmm. He will get less than 5 years for each offense, and they will run concurrently. I bet $100. 5 is high. With no crisis, natural disasters, the only disaster is the PLP. Oh, wow. Okay, that's in response to the anniversary. I accept your bet, and I think he'll be out by Christmas of this year on bail again. No way. This is disturbing, folks. Very disturbing. All right, let's get to the airport. So government looking for new funding for Grand Bahama Airport. Funding from Manchester Airport Group did not happen, according to Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper. Our Caitlin Babb writing about it in today's NASA Guardian. The Davis administration is in the process of organizing alternative funding for the redevelopment of Grand Bahama International Airport after initial funding plans fell through. Last year, the government signed an agreement with Aerodrome Limited, Manchester Airport Group, and BHM Construction International UK for the $200 million transformation of GBIA, which sustained critical damage during Hurricane Dorian. The deal was finalized after an extensive negotiation process, and Manchester Airport Group was set to provide funding for the airport's reconstruction. But something has happened. Take a listen to what Chester Cooper said to reporters yesterday. He was at the straw market. We'll get to the straw market story in a bit, but take a listen to what he said yesterday.
We executed a private-public partnership some time ago for the advancement of the airport. It involved the management agreement with Manchester Airport Group that continues to be actively engaged. There were to be Bahamian contractors, which we celebrated, and there was to be funding provided by the group. Regrettably, the funding hadn't happened. We are at the moment of organizing alternative funding. Whilst I can't speak to that today, I can tell you that we're making progress, and in due course, I'll be making a further statement.
Oh, boy. This sounds eerily like the type of stuff we used to hear about the resort. Okay, well, Cooper had been asked to respond to F&M leader Michael Pintard, who has questioned the Davis administration's progress on both the Grand Lucayan Resort and GBIA. Pintard questioned why demolition on the resort had not yet started, despite the government entering an agreement with Concord Wilshire Capital in May to sell the resort for $120 million. Pintard further asked why progress in the airport's redevelopment plans, why they're stagnant. So Pintard had said, quote, the PLP promised a new domestic terminal and U.S. pre-clearance by April 2025. We're now in September with no groundbreaking, no visible progress, and no answers. Every month of delay costs Grand Bahama more jobs, more investors, and more tourism dollars. We still don't know the design. We still don't know the cost. We don't even know who will run the airport when it's built. Wow. Well, recognized as a vital part of Grand Bahama's economy and economic growth and development, the airport's redevelopment has been an ongoing discussion for years. The project was initially announced in 2021, with the Davis administration predicting that construction would begin by mid-2022. Since the announcement, numerous delays, which officials have attributed to demolition exercises, design modifications, and the Grand Lucayan Resort deal, have prompted residents on the island to question when progress would be made. As you recall, in July, Concord Wilshire Capital Senior Managing Director of Cruise Ship Resorts, Adam Petrillo, said the redevelopment of Grand Bahama's airport will determine the schedule for completion for the Grand Lucayan Resort. Oh, boy. Saying at the time, quote, there are challenges because we're still waiting for the airport to evolve. So in order to bring all the capital to the table for various pieces of this particular hospitality sector, we need to know timelines as to when things will start, and that will begin to determine the schedule for completion. But we are on track to start with demolition very soon and make major improvements to the property. That was back in July for the resort, waiting to see what was going on with the airport, and we don't know what's happening with the airport. What will that mean for that deal, right? Back in May, the Davis administration agreed to sell Grand Lucayan Resort for $120 million to Bahamian subsidiary of U.S.-based real estate and hospitality developer Concord Wilshire. The purchase price covers the sale of the 56-acre beachfront resort in Freeport and the adjacent 160-acre Reef Golf Course to Ancient Waters Bahamas Limited. The government has yet to say whether the sale of the resort has been finalized and whether it received the $120 million. Back in June, Director of Aviation Dr. Kenneth Romer said he was optimistic that the long-awaited redevelopment project would be completed by the end of 2026, with construction expected to begin in late 2025. So far, the government has not provided a clear timeline on the airport's reconstruction. All right. So a lot depending on other things that are saying they're depending on the same things that are depending on them. So what are we doing? What are we going to do? Let's get your reaction to this, folks. Is it a major setback or no big deal? Funding, they should be able to find that easily. What do you say? 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Wow, just cannot get a break. Hey, it seems Grand Bahama, the airport, and Grand Lucayan. Just what is happening? Let's take some these text messages here. You can text us again, 422-4796. This person says here, we must thank the opposition for shining a light on the airport PPP funding collapse. The government seems unwilling to be transparent. What did they know and when? Which ones, the government or the opposition? But yeah, we still are in the dark, though, despite all of that. This texter here, hope the deal that fell through did not cost us. And why, as a country, can't we fund our own infrastructure projects? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. Everything is a loan. Where is our money going? Okay. Let's pretend. Sure. This person says here, the government's plans for the Grand Bahama Airport are fictitious. Whoa. They make it obvious that Grand Bahama is not a priority. It's very easy to say we are looking for funding. Mouth can say anything. Oh, boy. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. What say you on this?
Yeah, morning, Bland with Auburn.
Right here. How are you doing?
Hey, on this 4-year anniversary of the PLP in office, I would like to hear their list of completed projects in Grand Bahama, not deals they have signed or not deals they intend to sign, a list of their completed projects in Grand Bahama. I'll link up and continue to listen.
Okay. How long a list do you think that is? Let's take another call. Good morning, call. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. You're live.
Hey, Dwight.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, shoot. Okay, sound like a delay. Dwight, I don't know what the topic is, what you're talking about. You're talking about the celebration 4 years for the PLPA?
Celebration?
I mean, when I say celebration 4 years later,
we're talking...
so happy to vote Prime Minister Davidson to give him his first term. And so much of us out here are disappointed that the PLPs, at least the country in a whole, it's like, he's a good person and everything. He normally helps with people and stuff, but, as the Minister of Finance, I think he's a horrible, terrible excuse for the Minister of Finance. And perhaps the Prime Minister also. I think we get better people in the party who could deal with the situation. And for instance, listening to the unions, them talking about when they don't sign off on things and can't get paid. I know you're tired of hearing Simon Wilson in, but he is the financial controller. And seems like Prime Minister Davis, the Minister of Finance, hardly fires anyone when they're doing a poor job. So I don't know if it's really a celebration today. But
well, we weren't really talking about that. We were talking about the Grand Bahama Airport and how apparently now...
I thought we need to come away from England. He said someone was lending us some money to build the airport. That wasn't true.
Well, apparently it's fallen through.
Falling true or not true? I mean, if it was true what he said and it fall true, or he was doing them off the cuts or to the reporters like I used to, sometimes and come back and say he didn't say what he said.
Well, the tourism minister and he's the investments minister, Chester Cooper, says the deal has fallen through, so they're looking for more funding.
Oh, it's falling through. But they need to try all this private partnership with these web shop owners and stuff. Well, who's ever get the money? I'm just saying.
If
you're serious and you want the tourists to come to Freeport and you want the airport, why they dragging it for? I guess the thing just fall through, so they didn't know. But this government, it seems like they get their priorities mixed up. Like they faking and like what you call it, a barrage, when something in real, a barrage or something like that. Mirage? Yeah, they just, it seems like they really...
I mean, obviously, they're not the first administration to be having challenges in Grand Bahama. Everyone for the last 20 years.
They should learn from the other set experience.
Or maybe something's wrong. right?
That's what I'm saying.
And
maybe these guys ain't up to the challenge. They own the islands, and
or maybe something's wrong with the structure and the system. Maybe something's wrong with the structure of the system, and that's
that too,
impeding.
It could be that too. Or it could be they older ideas, how they get older. Some old people just as wise as us young people, and they could do something. But these group of guys, you hear anything but Melinda Wilson and the president of the teachers union, them saying something, but the teachers them complaining because the children them speaking Creole and they can't speak English, the Haitian children. What we could do with that?
She did not say that, and she was on the show just a few days ago, and I think someone brought that up and said that is not the case. Okay. Boy, caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Bonjour, Dwight. Grammy boy. Bonjour.
It's really out of order. You.
Hey,
why are you always causing trouble? What is the deal?
I ain't brushing up on my Creole. You hear what Papa said just now?
That was French.
I got to brush up on my Creole, right?
That was French, but okay.
But listen, Grammy boy always is called the show and tell you from on the ground. Don't believe nothing what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe nothing like a BPL and all that. Don't believe nothing they tell you. And Michael Pintard needs to explain, allegedly, what he was doing on the boat with the treasure hunters a couple of weeks ago.
So what are you doing now? Why? What? No, let's. Do you want to talk about the airport? Do you want to talk about the airport?
I say don't believe nothing they tell you.
Okay.
Well, that's what we say about that. Don't believe nothing they tell you.
Mm-hmm. But this is pretty serious. So, I mean, you think that this is going to jeopardize the resort? Because they're saying...
It's already done. They got the money yet. The money in the bank yet.
They're saying they can't do anything until the airport, the plans for the airport become clearer. So that's already, that's our out.
Okay,
right?
That we back to square zero. They do anything in West End and Bimini
yet? It might be negative zero or negative something, a big negative number.
They do anything with West End yet?
Like what?
Laverne them get their fire trucks yet and all that stuff on ambulances. I don't believe nothing what they say, right? But instead of taking short, Grammy say, when you live in Glasgow, don't throw rock. Tell Pintard, don't throw no rock.
Mm-hmm.
When he threw a rock at the pier before, and he allegedly making deals with the treasure hunter. Thanks for taking Grammy.
It's always a mischief maker. Wow. Let's take another call. Good morning, caller. You are live on the air. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Dwight.
Hi. Doing well. Good morning.
Yes. For the person who asked about what will happen with what the PLP accomplish on Grand Bahama, tell him to start counting on his third hand. And Dwight, Belinda did say something very similar. I'm not going to go into that last night on another television station.
Okay.
But just talk about Grand Bahama. What you have is a circular argument, or we are in what they call a loop, right? So you need the hotel to have the traffic through the airport, and you need the airport to have people come to the new hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And so the question one have to ask, right? If you were to take, say, $200 million and for 30 years at an enormous interest rate, let's use 6%, right? The monthly payment is $1.2 million a year. The question one has to ask, considering the sovereign guarantee of the Bahamas, in fact, the sovereign guarantee from our government is used almost on a weekly or monthly basis for these PPPs. And essentially what it is that, basically, unlike where you and I go to the bank and they have concerns about us, they know that the government of the Bahamas will almost always pay. Not almost, always will pay, because the government isn't going anywhere for the next 100 years. So one has to question, why hasn't this airport been able to get a sovereign guarantee, considering its importance to the economic development of the country? Because again, it's about Grand Bahama, and the Prime Minister said that without Grand Bahama, there will be no further expansion of the economy. And he's absolutely correct. So I think we are owed a thorough explanation as to what's now, what's new, and what's next. because we've been hearing at least 4 iterations of this airport being financed, even from the Saudis and other different things. Remember now, the first argument was the $1 billion guarantee, supposedly. Remember, it was $1 billion that the government was supposed to receive, of which $400 million is supposed to go to this, corrected to $200 million. And yet, we have had conversation where we talk about Saudis and other individuals, and it's not made any progress. So if the hotel is not going to happen, then the question we also have to ask, because one of the things, right, if you study the airport environment and what it takes to actually function as an airport, and a good example of that is NAD, we have to ask ourselves, even for the funding, I think the question has not been asked. Where will the 13,000, let's round it off to 15,000 people per week, or throughput that you need to the airport to service the loan? Mind you, the sovereign guarantees don't matter about this because they say government gives us taxes. But when you remove that sovereign guarantee that puts us in this dilemma, we have to ask ourselves, where is the 15,000 individuals or throughput through the airport going to occur to service this loan? And that's the part that we have not had a conversation, because clearly 400 rooms coming on this new hotel deal, and the existing hotel and even the short-term vacation rental structure on Grand Bahama is not in place to support that. And then you look at what the cruise ships and others provide their people to get them to come, and then you look at Grand Bahama that has not progressed, which is another thing you did, right? Since 2004, we have yet to do repairs on roofs and buildings and houses, not the subsequent hurricanes of country, including Dorian. And so you have to ask yourself, what is the strategy for Grand Bahama? Because we get a lot of lip service. Dwight, I send you and others the pictures. We have 3.5 years of a hospital that the government keeps references that is nothing but the simple, not even the full floor has been poured, and some frameworks coming out of the floor. We have the hotel in crisis. We have so many different things with the government. Nobody's talking about this arbitration that is going on right now to the tune of $527 million that's supposedly due, not 357. Since 22 has ended, you got 23, 24, now 25, that's $75 million each. And no one is talking about what's the deal on that. And so and then people, and it just ended it right. You know how you could tell when a politician, more so this government, is lying about Grand Bahama? You know how you can tell, Dwight?
Tell me.
Their lips are moving.
Okay.
Thank you.
Should have seen that one coming. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm looking at the Tribune's article. There's an interesting couple of lines in here. So again, Cooper was speaking yesterday to reporters at the straw market. There's some controversy there. We'll get to that in just a bit. But this article says that when asked about progress on the Grand Lucayan Resort, Cooper declined to comment, saying that Prime Minister Philip Davis was personally handling that matter. Cooper said, quote, "The Prime Minister will speak to that matter. He is handling the issue, and I am sure at some stage he will make a statement. I have no comments on it." I think those are some interesting words. Caller, what say you? Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Are you there? No, call us back. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Okay, so let's get to the straw market, why they were there in the first place. Some big issues there. They want to do some work, but the straw vendors are saying that the timeline is going to destroy them. Take a listen to this report from our Vonique Toot.
The Straw Business Person Society is urging the Straw Market Authority to reconsider plans to shut down the downtown straw market for 7 days to conduct maintenance work, warning that such a move would deal a devastating blow to vendors who are already struggling to make ends meet. Officials have stated that the plans are not yet finalized. President of the society, Rebecca Small-Morley, stressed that many vendors are living paycheck to paycheck and have families to support.
There are vendors in this market no different from the regular workers of this country. We live paycheck to paycheck. So when you want to close the straw market down for 7 days and you can't give your children lunch, my question to them was, is the government going to give the vendors something to put in their pocket for the week to take home with?
Small Morley added that this is an especially challenging time as the tourism season is in a slow period.
This is the slowest time of the year. The slowest time of the year. If some days you come out here, you make $20. Some days you make no dollars. Some days you make $100. But if you want to shut me down for 7 days and you have children to feed, bus to catch, bills to pay, we are no different from the average worker in the country. Vendors live from paycheck to paycheck. So when you're going to tell us close down 7 days, that was a problem for me.
The society proposed keeping the market open on weekdays and closing only on weekends to minimize disruption. However, Small Morley says that suggestion was rejected.
What they're asking for us not only close 7 days, but they want us to take all of these things with us. If you barely making money, that means many vendors have to hire truck or vehicles to transport their stuff up and down. We have senior citizens, elderly senior citizens, who it's a challenge for. So one of the things I find that the Straw Market Authority does not understand the dynamics on this floor. Someone mentioned concrete. Who scrubs concrete? They want to scrub the floor. We understand they want to scrub the tiles. We are not disputing the cleaning, but do it that it could be, we could get some assistance in the process, not shut us down for 7 days.
Longtime vendor Tiki Mackey, who began working in the straw market at age 16, says a full week without income would be devastating, especially as a single mother.
I'm a single mother. I have 5 children, my children in school. Are they going to give me lunch money for my children? How am I going to make the money to give the children? Well, if you have a cleaning, you so-called, you're going to dust down on maintenance, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Open back up Monday, but you need a whole week for.
Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper toured the market on Monday to hear vendors' concerns and said they will be discussed with the board.
I wanted to come to hear whatever concerns they may have at the moment, and there are a few. And I will also have a meeting with the board of the straw market to discuss whatever concerns they may have and discuss whatever concerns may be had by the vendors themselves. Paulsec, Marcus Roll, really takes responsibility for the market along with the minister responsible for works. And they have been considering some upgrades in terms of the infrastructure itself, along with the board of the straw market. So those are things that we'll be working through together over the course of the next few weeks and months.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonik Tood.
Okay, very interesting report there. Let's get your reaction to that, folks. If you're saying it's the slowest time of the year, I know it's tough. It's really tough to have to close it, but this would be the right time to do it, wouldn't it? I do appreciate what they're saying about why not just keep it to weekends. That seems reasonable, right? But let's get your reaction to this. 323-6232. The phone lines are already lit up, actually. 325-4316. Let's take these calls quickly because we have to go to the news in just a bit. Really quickly, caller, good morning. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Hi, you're on the air live. This is tying up our lines. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Hello, how you doing? Morning.
Hi.
That was a joke, right?
Sorry?
Like, that was a joke. Those responses, right? Like, whose problem it is? Like, they have 5 children. Like, okay, you want to make it busy for it to close, then they can say, oh, we making money now, you want to close down. The time to do the renovations is during the slow period. If they ain't prepared for, it's like anyone who been in the straw market knows, or in the tourism industry in general, it's slow every September. And that's when businesses choose to do renovations during the slow period. So their lack of preparation is the reason why the straw market will be dilapidated and not being repaired. It's like, that sounds so ridiculous to me. But I guess it's just me. Thank you.
No, it's not just you, but things are tough, so it's harder to be prepared for the rainy days, I suspect. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Good morning.
I'm listening to the show, and I find, just like the gentleman, when this will be making such a noise on this subject. If it wasn't for them keeping the place the way they do, if you ever pass that way, it won't need to be shut down for 7 days. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
If you have to shut down for the weekend, and you still have to tote your stuff out, I mean, come on. You still have to move your stuff even if it's only 7 days. So what's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Just...
Well, even if it's the weekend, they probably have to take the stuff out.
That they need to shut the business down. I work in the private sector. That they need to shut down for 7 days. What complaints I have? They ain't paying me for that. You understand me? You're supposed to make provision for rainy days.
That is easier said than done, though. That is easier said than done. Again, especially in the environment we're in. But
this is a slow period, though. This is the best time.
Yeah.
If they try this at any other time, it would be hell to pay. So come on.
Yeah.
They have to do it, so let it be done. Just let it be done.
I hear you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, callers, we're going to break for news. When we come back, we'll pick this up and a whole lot more to talk about on this Tuesday morning. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We'll get to your text messages as well with us here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
But when she calling, no slapping up, I tell her I coming now. She's keep up about 1,000 inside a bra. She want a young man come and rev that engine like car. I think she
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow, Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. And now at 8:26, time for another check of your weather for today. Brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. So here's what's happening. We've got weak troughing along with abundant tropical moisture. That's going to maintain the likelihood of showers and thunderstorms for the northern Bahamas for today at least. Meanwhile, gentle to moderate breezes will continue as high pressure dominates elsewhere. So a shift to a more unsettled weather pattern is expected by midweek over the northern and northwest Bahamas due to a combination of deep layered troughing and tropical moisture, supporting cloudy skies and scattered showers and thunderstorms through to the end of the work week. By the end of the week, the northern extent of a tropical wave will also bring showers and thunderstorms to the southeastern Bahamas into the weekend. And we're also going to be dealing with still the heat index and the UV index, all expected to be high for you. So for today, your forecast for the northern and northwest Bahamas, partly sunny, becoming fair tonight with a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers or thunderstorms. Partly cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas with a 20% chance of showers or thunderstorms. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs around 90, 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius, but the heat index will make it feel like it's 102, 103 Fahrenheit, 39, 40 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down about 79, 80 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, mostly cloudy to overcast for the northern and northwest Bahamas, but partly cloudy to cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas. Rain chances elevated for the northern and northwest Bahamas, up to about 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. About a 20 to 30% chance for the central islands. By Thursday, partly cloudy to cloudy again for the northern and northwest Bahamas, variably cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas, still a 30 to 50% chance of widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms for the northern and northwest Bahamas. And by Friday, all of the country going to see partly cloudy conditions. Still elevated rain chances for the northern and northwest Bahamas. Straight through to Saturday and into Sunday. In the tropics, you're watching a couple of areas. We've got in the central tropical Atlantic, that area we've been telling you about for days now. A large area of showers and thunderstorms continues to show signs of organization midway between the Windward Islands and the coast of Africa, the west coast of Africa. Environmental conditions are conducive for further development, and that tropical depression or storm even is likely to form in the next day or so. Formation chance through the next 7 days is high at 90%. And in the eastern Atlantic, a tropical wave emerging off the coast of Africa is producing an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Some slow development of the system is possible towards the mid to latter part of the week. Formation chance through 7 days is low at 20%. That's your morning blend weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. Looking to paint? Well, your local Sherwin-Williams store has top quality paints, expert advice, and everyday discounts to help you save only at Sherwin-Williams. It is time for a look at traffic, brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your ideas happen here. A reminder of the roadworks going on Bay Street. It's mainly at night between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., and that's between East Street and Christie Street. So you want to avoid that area if you can at night, or follow the posted traffic signs. Again, that's going to be going on for most of the week. In your real-time traffic right now, got a few hot spots to tell you about as usual. Milo Butler Highway, heavy traffic for you from Fire Trail straight up to Tawny Williams Darling Highway if you're heading northbound. And that's going to pick up again. Busy for you on your Providence Highway north of the Sports Center Road roundabout, straight up to the Six-Legged roundabout. And slow-moving traffic on the JFK side, eastbound towards the roundabout as well, and southbound on your Providence Highway towards that roundabout. You're going to be seeing some slow-moving traffic on Thompson Boulevard as you get closer to University Drive if you're heading eastbound, approaching the stadium. And we're seeing Gladstone Road also busy for you north of Fire Trail, slow-moving northbound traffic all the way up to the roundabout with JFK and Bahamar Boulevard. Carmichael got a number of hot spots for you there, mainly eastbound, just east and west of, between Blue Hill Road and Faith Avenue. And Blue Hill Road is going to be busy for you near the junction with Carmichael and on the way to Independence Drive. You're heading northbound, heavy traffic there. Independence Drive back to both directions at this hour. So keep that in mind. East Street also seeing slow-moving northbound traffic north and south of the Soldier Road intersection. And then there's pockets along Prince Charles Drive, the major intersections, especially heading into Robinson Road for westbound drivers. Northbound on Soldier Road as you approach Bernard, Wolf, and Village, heavy traffic for you there. And Eastern Road near Fox Hill. If you're in Western New Providence, you're going to be seeing slow-moving traffic on Carmichael to Coral Harbor Road. Those are your hot spots. That's your real-time traffic, and that's your morning blend traffic alert. Traffic alert also brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you prefer face-to-face chat or handling things online, they've got you covered. Visit nuainsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
to look good, I don't have to be clear. Come and whisper.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with, I got a special guest in studio now, Chester Robards. He's here not as a co-host, although he's going to pull double duty today.
Wow.
Here to promote Chick Charney Challenge. We'll get to that in a bit. We're going to just wrap up our conversation on what we're talking about with the straw market. A lot of your comments coming in on that. So Chester, you can feel free to jump in on that one. The vendors are upset about what's been proposed, that the downtown straw market closed for a week for deep cleaning. They're saying that it's going to severely jeopardize their business. So we'll get back to that in a bit. Really quickly, breaking news coming in. Academy Award-winning director and beloved actor Robert Redford has passed away at age 89.
A long one.
Yeah, well, I think this can come as a surprise. Redford broke a lot of ground, right? Founded Sundance, an actor, a director, and really involved in all aspects of Hollywood for a long time. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that, I am sure.
Yeah.
For today, I think a lot of younger
probably don't know
people. Yeah, don't know who he is, but he definitely was a big deal.
Oh yeah,
for many decades, and a long list of really powerful movies and all kinds of genres. You have a favorite?
Not that I can
think about it.
Not that I could think of.
Okay.
Not the
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
Well,
that was one.
Oh, you know.
What was the one that where they were the undercover guys in the was it the Big Sting? Is that what that one was called? With Gene Hackman, I think, is in that.
Which one?
Or is that that's
The Sting? You say?
Is it the Sting? Yeah,
he's on 1973.
The Sting. Yeah, that one's great. Oh, it's him and Paul Newman. Paul Newman. That one's really, really cool. Great movie. But anyway, you'll be hearing a lot more about that. And The Way We Were with Barbra Streisand, a lot of people like that one as well. And boy. Anyway, okay, so back to this. Got a lot of your text messages. You can continue to call in. What do you think about what the straw vendors are saying, that this is the wrong time for this, even though it is the slow season, even though a week, it's not that long, but they're saying, hey, we've got kids to feed and we need, even though it's a little bit, we need the money. All right. So we got some strong reaction here. This person says here, I support them closing down the straw market for maintenance because that market is filthy. How is the straw market authority supposed to properly scrub the floors if they do not carry their belongings further? Whose fault is it that vendor has 5 kids? Got another one saying the same thing. Why does she have 5 kids? Let's focus, folks. Let's focus.
Well,
oh boy.
You know that conversation is going to come up.
What?
When I was listening to the minimum wage cry, that conversation
now that is
pop up.
Like,
you know that's going to pop up.
Family, what were you saying? Family of 4 functioning on minimum wage. Okay.
Family planning. Anyway.
Well, but anyway, this person says, just let it rot. That's how everything happens in the country. What a place. Yikes. Do the cleaning over 2 weekends. Be considerate of the vendors. Well, I think the concern is that they'll do the cleaning on the weekends and the folks will come in and make it a mess again and make the second weekend even more hellish to clean.
No, but why don't you just split it into 2? I mean, the straw market is healthily able to split into 2. So do the cleaning on one side. Maybe you have to shut those vendors down for 2 or 3 days and then do the other side. I'm talking about scrubbing the floor now. I mean, I don't know what entails with scrubbing the floor.
Concrete.
Right. But is that possible? Could you have, a set on one side out for 2 or 3 days and then let the other set come back, and so it's not a week for everybody? I don't know.
That sounds reasonable as well. Yeah.
I would hope that this was thought. I hope that there was thought through, and not that they just want to uproot everybody without thinking about alternatives. But sometimes you can't be sure around here.
This person says those vendors are silly. Wow, the government should pay a 5 children school lunch fee. Wowee, why they don't give my mom a small? I'll help her. Oh, stall. I think you're trying to say. Okay. I'll help her move and give her money in the slow period.
Huh?
Wow. Closing the market for 1 week does not make any sense to me. They can clean in the night and the weekend. Leaders are forever making life hard for people. The last time the market closed, they closed it for 1 month. Whoa. Well, that's excessive.
When was that?
Slow doesn't mean that there's nothing. They still make something. He said, weekend sounds reasonable. Well, then compromise. We don't work there, so we need to shut up. Okay. Well, I don't know about all that. Whatever. Taxpayer dollars, right? So I don't know about that. But anyway, the work in the market can be done at night. Gas stations do a lot of repairs at night rather than shutting down, and it probably won't be shut down for 7 days. Rainy days come as heavy showers for some people because every other day is rainy.
Huh? Is that a poem?
I don't know. How can people prepare for rainy days when circumstances of the country make it almost impossible? Rainy day funds might end up in the hands of BPL with their unexplainable hikes. What? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Mine is going to.
I mean, right. Yes. Paying BPL. Okay.
My bill is absolutely the same as last month.
Really?
To the dollar.
Oh, I don't think I talked about it. So, I've been out here bragging. This is what I get. Talking about how mine actually went down a little bit and all this nonsense. Well, I got hit in the face with a brick. Wow. It's $100 more than it was last month. Huh? I've been sitting in sweat.
Yikes.
Trying to wait to turn on the AC later. Yeah. Although the last couple of days I couldn't do it. But $100
I don't
more?
have to. I don't even have a choice. I have to run my AC all day.
100. Anyway, thank God this is the PLP's first year in government. Huh? What now? Oh, they're trying to be funny. Eh? So they could not have they have not known any of the issues they are now pretending to address. Can you imagine if they were in for 4 years?
That's funny.
They go on to say nothing this administration does now couldn't have been done sooner, and even entertaining these sad stories is offensive. Look at all these deals and agreements they're still in talks about. They ain't even shame. Y'all please go register and vote to remove these literal jokers. Wow, well, I got harsh there towards the end. But a funny text, thank you, appreciate that.
No sarcasm on the joker part?
First and foremost, the straw market vendors are very hard workers. Up early in the mornings, they are ready to give service to all the visitors. The straw market is indeed a very peculiar place, and its pending closure for cleaning needs to be worked out carefully. I don't know how much time in advance that the vendors had in knowing that the closure was coming. Well, it doesn't sound like it's been finalized as yet. There's still, That's why Chester Cooper was there to negotiate or to see what's going on. And that consideration is also good to know for peace of mind for what lies ahead. Hopefully, in the end, all of the people connected in the matter will see the benefits in the conclusion of the cleaning venture at this time. We hope so as well. This is the best time to clean. It smells really bad in there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. All right.
What if they cleaned regularly?
Mm-hmm. I mean, do we know if that they don't do
I mean,
that?
I don't know. I that's what I'm saying. Like,
but this is a deep cleaning, a special deep cleaning.
Right. But if you did like a quarterly semi-deep cleaning, would you have to then shut down for 7 days to do? I don't know. I'm here trying to think with them, you know.
It would be likely in a busier time, and that clearly wouldn't be well received.
But like people said, I mean, could it be done in a night? Over a weekend? On days when there are no cruise ships?
Wow. Are you going to tell the stories you're telling me about the things that you've been seeing?
The text that said it's a peculiar place. They also sell peculiar things, like some seriously X-rated little figures.
Like what, straw things?
Women with their middle parts exposed with the pants down.
What are you saying?
It's very graphic.
Like a straw thing?
No, it's wood. It's like carved or something. I don't know. I didn't touch it. Yeah, it's very sexual
Give me
things.
like one booth or
I only saw one
stall?
booth. And it was right as we walked in. I only saw one booth that had it.
Any tourists look
but
interested
there are
in
many
it?
booths. Well, I don't know. We were a huge entourage of police and officials, so nobody could be in our way.
I see.
We were like a train coming through there, you know.
Oh dear. Wow. Okay. And you were saying about the native animals you saw.
Oh yeah, I always find it weird that in the straw market and probably other places that they sell these carved animals or wooden animals that are clearly not carved here. They're bought and bought by the straw vendors
Why
to
do you
sell.
say that?
I mean, they're not from here.
How do you know?
They're not from here.
What type of animals?
I know because I know.
What type of animals?
Giraffes, elephants.
Huh?
What else they got in there? Things that
In
we
this-
don't have in the Bahamas,
in
but
the
they
straw
carve.
market?
But they carve the word Bahamas into the side.
What now?
And it should be a Bahamas trinket. But why?
A giraffe?
Giraffe
with Bahamas on it.
Yes. Elephant with Bahamas on it. I'm not sure which elephant islands have elephants. I haven't been to all.
Little Inagua. We've not explored it. God knows what's on that island. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi. Good morning.
Hi. I'm calling with regard to the straw vendors and their plight.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The disrespect given to the straw vendors is unbelievable. They are business people, and as the vendor said, the same way you treat other business people, we look for that same treatment, that same respect. And as others have said, and I agree with, there are so many other options you can use than closing down a business for 7 days. And that's those people's livelihood. Look at other options and stop treating these business people who can give many who are sending the disrespect their way, in my opinion. They can give many of them guidance and direction on how to run a business. For too long, it's like you just throw them in a corner and they are to accept it. And I believe it is so wrong. Close it on the weekend.
Yeah.
Close it a Sunday, a Monday when no ships are in. Sit down with them and hear their side of the story. And I will tell you all from the Straw Market Authority went there. Those people could have told them how the business ought to have been run. Yes, you are bad apples in any organization, and the straw market is an organization. Give them the respect that they deserve.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Wow. One more call on this, and then we got to take a break. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? Hi.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Dwight.
Yes.
Dwight, yeah, GNN back. Hey, Chester.
Hey, what'd you say?
Morning. Listen. I don't understand. We calling and Bahamians need to take our heads to the stand and stop getting emotional. Stop blaming the minister. Stop blaming the straw vendors. It's a very simple problem to solve, you know. All they have to do is take that straw market, divide that into 4 sections, A, B, C, D, for the purpose of cleaning. And today, A, your section will be closed for 2 days. We got to do the work on the floor. Part that off. The next couple of days, you go to B section. You clean them off, and you take it right round until it's done. Simple problem. And nobody would be that much inconvenience. How simple is that, right?
It sounds like a decent plan. Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't please everybody, but it sounds more workable than some other
Exactly.
things.
A straw vendor wouldn't mind being off from work a day or 2, but it's just 7 days. You just shut the different sections down, put up your plastics so nothing no drip over, and then you do it easy, Chester.
I agree.
You won't be coming out of assembly.
And start on a night where the next day we have little to no cruise ships in, so they don't miss a bunch of business.
Just all it is sitting down, taking out the box and planning. Prior proper planning.
Like I say, I don't know what it takes, or they must know some stuff that we don't know. That
everybody up in arms for something so simple. So thanks, Dwight Jester.
Thank you very much.
Grammy Boy Dwight.
Hopefully they are listening. They're listening.
I'm just guessing that deep cleaning a concrete floor, wetting it, scrubbing it, drying it, might not take as long as... I don't know what else they're going to do. Like I said, I don't know all the details. I'm just saying the one piece of detail we know doesn't sound like it needs what they say it needs.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's see if is this caller still there? Yeah, you're still there. You got the final word on this.
All right, Dwight. Good morning, Chester. Good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
You know, we haven't gotten all of the details in terms of the type of work that needs to be done. I understand they're talking about a new air conditioner. When you're looking at condensers or you're looking at blowers, that's a heavy piece of equipment. And maybe people can't be in the working environment while we speculate as to exactly what needs to be done. So maybe the authorities need to come clear and be more concise as to exactly what needs to be done. But then sometimes you got to give a little to earn a little. But why are we calling this thing the straw market, though?
Yeah, from what we're hearing, it's very little straw these days.
I don't hear that, Dwight.
Very little straw these days, it seems.
Yeah, very little straws these days. I don't know why we don't change the name to and call it something else. But you have like you say, just a little. I've had a chance to peruse the market, but I haven't seen any straw. I'm saying just like what Tess talk about, those type of carving and imported T-shirts, etc. But that is not a straw market, and we need to. But it goes right back to how we've been building this country over the years. Everything has been politicized. The taxi drivers' plate, they have been politicized. Who goes into the market has been politicized. I mean, it's just ridiculous to see how politics have really permeated our number one industry, which is tourism, and have it to where it's at. But then these people, when you look at the amount of tourists, 11 million tourists coming to the Bahamas, the bulk of them coming to New Providence, and people are still grasping on straws while they are functioning in this industry.
Pardon your pun.
Fundamentally wrong.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, boy. Maybe they need to call it International Trinkets Market.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, we hope it all works out for everybody. Hopefully they can do this without
inconveniencing
too much.
all of them at one time.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, when we come back, Chester is going to talk about why he's here, even though I'm keeping him here as a hostage. Chick Charney Challenge is back 10th year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
You don't really want to know just how far it's gone. Just leave well enough alone. Eat your dirty laundry.
It's the glitziest night in agriculture, where roots run deep and the spotlight shines bright. The Agrarian Awards 2025 takes center stage on Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Grand Ballroom. And you need to be there. Presented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources and the Agricultural Development Organization. Get your tickets now at adobahamas.org or call 397-7400 for more information. The Agrarian Awards 2025, planting with heart and soil.
Southwest Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BENC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there, the Athlete's Foot and BTC, Games and More, John Bull Fine Threads, Alive Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's Clarkson Island Luck, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
Do you know who's giving you $1,500 cash back? None other than Chevrolet. Test drive the classy LTZ-trimmed Colorado truck, or the sporty Trax RS, or the family-friendly Captiva SUV, or how about the fuel-efficient Groove? Whatever your choice, you will be riding safe with a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty from a dealer that's been around for over 85 years. Get down to Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street and select a model that gives you $1,500 cash back. Chevrolet, built with the innovative technology you trust.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Look for insurance that fits your lifestyle and your budget? At Star General Insurance, we've got you covered. Whether it's motor insurance with flexible options for third-party liability and comprehensive coverage, or commercial insurance products that protect your business, we have choices you can afford. Own a home or renting? Our home insurance products have just what you need. And for the adventurers out there, we offer marine insurance too. Visit our website or social media pages for contact information and quotes. Star General, insurance made simple.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Sherwin-Williams Bahamas doesn't mess about when it comes to product range and product knowledge.
If it's a new product come in the store, we walk the store and study that product.
One thing with our boss, if a new product comes in, he takes the time and he's always keeping us up to date with product knowledge. And we just had 9 weeks of different products that we had to study, and we had exams at the end of each product.
Yeah.
The only way we can sell the product effective, we have to know that product. Yeah, that helps us to relate to our customers. It gives us better knowledge to know what product to introduce to them. You understand? So we can know what product to give them to use and what product not to give them to use. So product knowledge is really key in Sherwin-Williams.
They got the keys. And the key is the product knowledge that comes with our extensive product range at Sherwin-Williams Paints, Bahamas. Find color in every day.
I feel we ready. Well, come on. We ready. Y'all ready? They ready. We ready. We ready.
Welcome back to the Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan on this Tuesday morning. That song was selected by our guest, Chester Robards. That version of it. Chester Robards, our co-host, is here on a Tuesday because he's the guest today talking about the Chick-Charney Challenge.
Yeah.
10th year.
10th year.
Congratulations.
Only by God's grace
Wow,
we've made it
wow,
here.
amazing. Before we get into it, so you have a gun in front of me in the studio.
It's called a laser pistol.
Oh, a laser pistol.
Before people show up looking for
So it's
me and you.
orange, so that's how you know it's a real gun. Is that how?
That's not how
that's
you
not
know.
how you know.
They
Okay.
got
Oh, dear.
pistols of many different
And you made me
types.
touch it, which is my fingerprints on this now.
It doesn't even have a hammer. It's not doesn't function as anything else but a laser pistol.
But you know, this is a anti-gun program. Not an anti-gun station because there's some gun lovers on the station, but this show,
It's not an anti-laser pistol station, though, is it?
No,
show.
No. So what's this? What's the significance with this orange laser pistol and Tick-Charney challenge?
Okay, let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Obstacle course racing is a growing sport across the world, right? Obstacle course racing is now part of the modern day pentathlon in the Olympics and across the world, internationally, right? And the modern day pentathlon includes fencing, swimming, shooting, and running.
Okay.
So if you've ever watched the Olympics and everybody saw the memes with the guy from, what was he from, Turkey?
Oh, right.
Who got the silver medal.
Pose.
Yeah, who got the silver medal in shooting. Everybody's using all these gadgets and they look like steampunk and he's just there with his laser pistol and he won silver, right? So shooting is in the Winter Olympics, ski and shooting. So, I mean, shooting is not what we make it out to be here. Obviously, it's a sport. People know. I mean, people sport shoot here as well, even though they kill animals. I'm not for that. But clay shooting, all those things. It's a sport. Right? You can do non-violent things with guns.
Apparently,
but this is not a gun. This is a laser pistol, and we use laser targets. So a laser activates the target, and you know that it's a hit. So that's a new part of the Tick-Charney challenge, which is in line with the modern day pentathlon, which is the direction we are going in as an organization, is to see if we could train Bahamians to do something new in sport across the world.
Excellent.
And obstacle course racing, of course, I didn't mention that, is part of the modern day pentathlon and has replaced show jumping.
What was show jumping?
Horses, equestrian.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, wow.
I mean, seriously.
I don't know that show jumping isn't a thing by itself, but part of the modern day pentathlon.
Dressage or something like that?
Yeah. Dressage.
That really needed to go. But that really, I'm sorry for those the horse lovers here, but that was ridiculous. Why was that in the Olympics?
I hope people
I know
don't say
why
that
it was
about
the Olympics.
Obstacle course racing.
But based on how its origins, the modern Olympics. But seriously, thank you. Thank God.
And so the obstacle course racing world championships actually just ended on the weekend. The Americans took home the gold in the women's. I think China took a gold in another women's category.
Okay.
I don't know who took. The Bahamas. I want as an organization the Bahamas to see what we can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that maybe people who have done swimming or triathlons and they have not been the top competitors in those things, but maybe if you put obstacle racing in the mix, they can do well, right? It's just people to find new niches for themselves.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Nice.
I found the niche in obstacle course racing. It was something. I'm not a huge sport buff. I like a little bit of soccer, football for the purists, but obstacle course racing I found a love for.
Yeah. Why do you love it so much? What's so special about it?
It's like going back to the playground, right? So you get some running in. I found it after doing half marathons, and I wanted more. Right? I was like, okay, I ran a half marathon. Now what am I gonna do? And then I found Tough Mudder.
You found them boring.
I'm not gonna say that.
Oh my goodness!
I wanted to do extra things while running, and then I found Tough Mudder, and I was like, yes, let's try this. And in 2013, and I absolutely fell in love with just you running, and then you get to this obstacle, and you have to see what you can do at it, and try your best, and I was always a tree climber. I was always digging holes, climbing in the ground when I was a kid, and who wants to leave that behind as an adult? Well, I'm one who didn't want to, so I'm sure there are more people like me.
Excellent. All right, so you've come a long way.
Yeah.
And beyond the original race, you've got a number of events during the year, right?
Well, yes. So some we've had to kind of move away from, some we haven't done in a while, but that is the plan.
Yeah.
The American Ninja Association has actually contacted us. They want us to use our obstacles to do more ninja things here.
Oh, wow.
And The Obstacle Course World Federation really desires to bring the regional finals here. We've been in discussions about that.
So
for
American
a long
Ninja,
time.
like the TV show,
like the TV show.
Okay.
Except the obstacles aren't as
those are
crazy
elaborate.
as that.
Yeah.
They're,
pretty
they're,
cool.
they're somewhat easier, but it's still all to kind of find finalists here to take to regional competitions.
Right. So as far as you know, are there people who are doing this every day? They are really pushing themselves and jumping and climbing and doing
Here or me
here
globally?
Here in the Bahamas.
Not yet, because we've been trying to establish ourselves for a long time. You know how go through this and that, trying to find funding for certain things. Some of these things aren't inexpensive.
Right.
They take a lot of money, but we've been trudging along, and we've made it to 10, and hopefully more people see the vision, more people understand the cause, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So tell us about this event. It's in a couple of weeks, or less than a couple.
No, less than a couple of weeks.
A week
We're
and
on
a
the
half?
27th, a week and a half.
Yeah.
So new obstacles, as you were using the laser pistol.
The laser pistol. Okay. So I'm gonna,
So that.
if you're watching, folks, this is the only time you'll ever see me holding a gun.
It's a laser pistol.
Gosh. So yeah, that's what we do there.
Right.
So
And-
this is why you need the video stream on our app or our website. I'm going to shoot this. I was doing this during the break, so this is going to be a part of it. How's this
Yes.
going to work?
You stand back and you aim at the laser pistol target, and you try to hit the laser pistol target, and it reacts and tells you if you hit it or not, and then you're on your way. Yeah, you missed. Let's see. Go ahead. Missed again.
Did it even go off?
No, one more. Oh, you got it.
I got it. Okay,
So
we can-
3 shots. So you get
have three
so
chances
in the
to do
Chick
it.
Johnny Challenge. You get 3 chances to hit the target. If not, you get your penalty, which is probably burpees. We haven't decided for that particular one.
So when will this part? This is after you've already done.
That is very close to the end.
Oh wow!
So I think we have one more obstacle after that. We're not going to give everything away, but
What do you think? You think your coordination gets better after doing that, or does it get worse?
the competitions globally have you run and then you stop to do your shoot. So it tests your coordination after you've elevated your heart rate, after you've tired yourself up a little bit, and to see what your accuracy is like after that.
Wow.
And so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. All right. And did you say what some of the new obstacles are going to be? Or
So
is that a surprise?
what we've not had. No, we're gonna use your show to introduce certain things.
Oh wow! Thank you.
What we've not introduced on the course is the warped wall. So we're talking ninja, right?
What's that word?
Warped wall.
Warped.
So if anybody's watched American Ninja Warrior, they know that one of the last obstacles is always the warped wall, which is a curved wall. You have to kind of run up and then grab the top.
Yeah.
So you can't kind of jump from the bottom up. Number one, because it's too high, and
You need
number
some
two, because
speed and some distance to-
Number two, because it's curved.
Yeah.
So
And then you have to climb yourself
over, and then down.
Okay.
So there's that. The 2 things we introduced last year for the first time: axe throwing and spear throwing. So the spear throw has been a staple in the Spartan race. So if anybody's done a Spartan race, they know about throwing a spear.
Are these
and how
real
difficult it
spears
is.
and real axes?
Yes, the real spears and real axes. Not laser spears and laser axes.
I mean, will other participants be nearby, or will they?
We have them
potentially get-
properly partitioned.
Okay.
For safety.
So you're not gonna chop anybody.
No.
No. Okay. Good.
And of course, our volunteers are always there to ensure that people are doing it safely.
Excellent.
We have something called a water balance. This is the first time for that. The Tyrolean Traverse, which we only did 1 year, and that was over water. And I'm sure a lot of people decided not to do it.
How does that one work?
So you're on a rope, and you have to maneuver yourself from one end of the rope to the other end of the rope. The first time we introduced it was during our city run downtown, and it was between 2 dock posts, and you were over water. It was a beautiful thing.
I saw the video,
but lots of people opted not to do it.
Oh, that looks.
And that's the important part to know about the Chichani Challenge, right? We are not behind you with a whip. You're not forced to do an obstacle. If you get to one that you think is too challenging, or even if you try it and you fail it, you don't. We want you to do, a little thing if you don't do it or if you fail it, which is burpees typically. a couple burpees, and then you're on your way.
Right.
Or a penalty loop, which is just a little quick run out of your way, and then you get back on the course.
Okay. Sounds like torture.
It's not torture.
No. How long should it take?
Torture is forcing you to do it.
You're right.
Obviously,
right.
we don't. So fast people typically do it in about 45 minutes.
Wow.
Even if you walk it, you wouldn't take more than an hour and a bit, which I've seen people do. So it's a playground for adults and children. We really have a lot of kids signed up this year. For the first year, we're doing a ages 3 to 7 run. So they have 1.5K with 10 obstacles. So even the kiddies getting involved this year. So that's a first for us. But there's like a lot of teenagers who've signed up for the 20 obstacle run. That's the full course. And then we have a light version, which is for first timers. And we've handpicked the obstacles for them to do because we understand that those, are a little less challenging than, the other 10 that are part of the full course.
Right. So how many for the light?
10.
Okay.
So 10 for the light, but it's still
same
across
thing as
3
the
miles.
Kids? Is that what it is?
No, it's not.
It's
No,
different.
it's not the same for the kids. It's different.
Okay.
We wouldn't do that to the first time. Was it
Magic.
like you give me the kids course? No, that's terrible. We wouldn't do that.
Right.
And then for the first time, we're offering something called the Tour de course, where they run the course with me. So if let's say you want to sign up, you're by yourself, you couldn't find a crew, I am your crew, and there are a lot of people who have already signed up for that. So they're gonna make me run. and the 10th anniversary, this will actually be the first time that I've done the Chick Johnny Challenge. I've always had to coordinate, so I've never got to do our actual course.
But you
even though I've done them,
tested
yes.
right,
So I
okay.
do them, but I don't run the entire course one.
So what made you
even
decide
though
to do
I
this?
have done that, trying to market early in the morning, but
What made you decide to do that?
But because I understand that there are some people who, like I said, they sign up individually by themselves. They couldn't find anybody else to do it with them, but they don't want to go it alone, right? And I don't want them to go it alone. It's much more fun when you do it with people. And number 2, what I found is that parents have signed their kids up for the Tour de course so that they have someone to run with, even if it was a group of kids, but still somebody to help them through and coordinate. I didn't think that would be the case, but now as people sign up, I'm seeing that 11-year-olds, 13, 14-year-olds have been signed up for the Tour de course just so they have someone to go with.
Okay. So ideally, how many people can you sign up with? Is there a limit?
So we have different prices for teams of 4 or more.
Okay.
So you get a little bit of a discount for that. The full course by itself is $75. The light is $65, and it's $5 off if you sign up as a group individually. So.
And how many people can you accommodate?
We can accommodate up to, between all of the light, the regular, and kids, 250 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we want people to, people have signed up already, as I mentioned. We want people to sign up quickly because one thing we found is people complain that they didn't get their T-shirt size, but you can't get your T-shirt size if you sign up too late because we're given first come, first serve to who already has asked for a certain size.
Yeah.
And if we run out of that size, we run out of that size.
All right, so we're getting some good questions. Someone's asking if you have a course for people 50 plus in terms of...
You can do the light. You can do the light, but we have actually somebody 50 plus signed up for their regular. But, they probably, that's something they know they can do.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
And so I know I heard you on other shows talking about a Guardian group. You want companies to...
Oh, yeah. We have a law firm. I don't know if I could call their name or not, but we have a law firm who signed up about 11 people already.
Wow.
So, it's a great team building experience.
And that's one team, or are they going to be...
That's one team. Well, I don't know if they're going to split it up,
Okay.
but they're all signed up under that one team name for their... Graham Thompson, can I say it? It's Graham
why
Thompson.
not?
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great for bringing 11 people. That's amazing. We're still trying to get some defense force and police force people to do our obstacle course run as teams and have a little friendly, healthy competition there. We've written to the defense force and the police force because in 10 years we've not seen them come out in groups and say we're the best at this.
Yeah.
The defense, I can give it away. The defense force run is that same day. that was just a fluke.
Okay.
But they could send a team.
Yeah.
To represent. Who knows?
All right. So where is yours and what time?
So we're starting and ending at Fusion Superplex in their courtyard. Our first wave goes out at 6:30. We do start in waves, just so we don't have jam ups at the obstacles. Same as most obstacle course runs across the world. You can't send out 250 people to obstacles.
Right.
There will be a lineup. So we do start in waves. People are going to get their start times after they sign up. And
then you're heading out into the
and then
community?
we head out into, well, the run is along JFK.
Okay.
So from Fusion Superplex along JFK, one side, then the other side, and come back. Some obstacles in the back there by Fusion. So you got some hills, you got some flat, mostly flat, and mostly the most simple course that we've done in terms of directions.
Right.
So usually we're winding around a city or winding through the bush.
Yeah.
Not much winding this year.
Wow. And so how long is the run?
It's 5K.
It is
so 3 miles.
Oh,
yeah.
man. So 5K and all these obstacles.
Yes.
And water and mud and
all of
that stuff.
All of that.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So-
We've got a lot of comedians who listen to this program.
Oh, really?
So you mentioned the Defense Force. Somebody says here, don't make the people drink toilet water. Is it too
I'm
soon?
sorry,
I think it's
what?
too soon for that joke.
Oh boy. No, we don't do that. That's
Right.
not part of our repertoire. Could I quickly just say thank you to Fusion Superplex,
Yes.
RBC, Kalina, Advantage Insurance, Fincastle Media Group, Powerade, Collect, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, of course, Party Pilots, Rentals and Events, and Heineken Zero. We're giving away to part of our proceeds to prostate cancer awareness this year. And Dr. Dante Jacobs is kind of our representative for that with the Body Temple Health and Wellness. So he's been with us on some shows and stuff talking about prostate cancer awareness. He'll be out there doing health screenings. So even if you are not running, just come out. You can watch some of the events happen right there at Fusion Superplex and get a health screening, get some information on prostate cancer awareness.
Okay. And you're still looking for volunteers too?
Absolutely. We're still we need volunteers. They are part of what we are. And they can come and play with some of the obstacles too when they finish.
Wow.
Helping people through the course.
And if people want to sign up, where can get more information?
Check CheckCharneyChallenge.com. Just visit. We're on all the social media platforms, but CheckCharneyChallenge.com. You can head on over there, sign up today. Again, do it quickly. So the T-shirt size really is why I say to do it as soon as you can. We got some nice 10th year T-shirts this year.
Excellent.
So it's great.
And before we go, is there a deadline to sign up?
We're signing all the way up to the Friday before.
Okay.
And medals for all the finishers, obviously.
Oh boy, amazing! And this is Saturday,
September
27th.
Yes.
Okay, a week and a half away, folks. Yeah,
I've just begun training to take my group.
Okay,
just running.
Yeah,
just running. I haven't run since I had 2 kids. A lot. So.
Oh boy. All right. This is going to be.
I did the bridges yesterday just to punish myself.
That's how you started?
That's how I started back up. That's how I started.
Oh, okay, Mr. Chester.
It was a challenge.
Wow. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Challenge, the 10th anniversary. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you.
You're going to stick around?
I'll stick around.
Yep. All right.
Since you forced me.
Yes. We'll be back. Business when we get back after the news. Stay with us.
Your solution for rising gas prices and expensive car maintenance has landed. Brand new 2026 electric vehicles from BYD have arrived at Easy Car Sales. Imagine no more gas and major savings on maintenance. Test drive a BYD EV today and save thousands with the car that redefines driving. Visit easy242.com for our 3 locations, in-house financing, and more. Easy Car Sales, the only authorized BYD dealer and warranty provider in the Bahamas.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies, make home repairs,
Purchase a generator and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Chester Robards is sitting in today. Good to have you with us on a Tuesday. But it is our Chamber Hour series, our monthly series with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. And we're very pleased to have back with us CEO Dr. Leo Roll. And we're going to be talking about a couple of exciting things today.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Dwight, and good morning, Bahamas.
Great to have you with us. So we've got inbound trade missions with Barbados and Jamaica.
Yes.
And to talk about the Jamaica portion of this, we've got Ricardo Durant with JamPro. That's the Jamaica Promotions Corporation. Great to have you with us, Ricardo. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Dr. Roll.
Good morning, Ricardo. Great to hear you again.
Yes, happy to be here.
Okay, so Ricardo will get to you in a second, but Dr. Leo Roll, you tell us about these inbound trade missions.
So, Dwight, good morning again. One of the things that we've been strategic about this year in particular is trying to diversify trade. And that looks like a number of things, whether it be outbound trade missions. So a few days ago, actually, we came back from Algeria, where we took a delegation of about 20 businesses to Algeria for the Intra-African Trade Fair.
Wow.
That was on the heels of a mission to China, which was on the heels of a mission to India, which was on the heels of a mission inbound from Canada. And so what we're doing is looking for those avenues, Brazil, Santo Domingo, looking for those avenues where our members can diversify, where they import goods and services, such that those savings, as they should realize, should be passed on to the consumer. I smile when I see some of the commentary relative to selling out and all these other things. We speak about China and the other powers looking for direct trade with them. And the reason I smile is because if they read some of the things that we have in country now, they're already made in China. And it's just us importing imported goods. They may have come to us through a different channel, but they were made in China or were made in Jamaica or were made in South America. And all we're now doing is bridging that gap where we no longer have to pay the exorbitant costs that are now stocked on them because they're made somewhere else and shipped to another jurisdiction and then shipped to the Bahamas. Why not go directly to these jurisdictions and import the items ourselves, thereby having a measure of savings mechanisms that can be passed on to the consumer? And so that's all we're doing. helping our businesses to diversify, to elevate their profile, because now they have a variety of goods and services that can be provided. They then can attract new markets because, for instance, if they didn't have products and services from South America, they may miss some of the Brazilians that are in country. If they didn't have products and services from Jamaica, they may miss that market that's in country. And so helping them to look for avenues where they can diversify and create these linkages is one of the things that we've been strategic and adamant about this year.
Yeah. So are you seeing the fruits of your labor?
We absolutely are.
Tell us about that.
So we have three companies that have already been doing business with Canada as a result of the inbound Canadian mission. And that has materialized to not only cost savings, but mechanisms where they're now using cutting edge technology in building materials, plexiglass and rebars that are not being made of traditional steel, but products that are more durable and last longer. We've also seen persons, especially in the fashion industry, doing business specifically and directly with India. One of our members has a whole textile that came specifically from the mission to India, and then one is now specifically in the suit and skincare fields. We now note, just coming back from China, there are a number of deals that we now have to put in place and put teeth to. And from Africa, you've seen, as I see, Chester had several stories, but one of them, a member from Grand Bahama, has proposed sort of a supplier trade show as well as a diaspora week.
Yeah.
And so what it tells me is, and what it shows me then is that, one, I love that we are being inclusive of the family islands, because every mission we go on, whether it's inbound or outbound, we have a level of it where we ensure that the family islands are touched. And so those family island chambers send their members. On this previous one to Algeria, we had, as I said, about a 20 to 25 person delegation, and the Afri-Exim Bank sponsored 14 of them.
Oh, wow.
And the sponsorship was for travel and accommodations. And we were ensured that the sponsorship was not Nassau-centric, but there were some from Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, and I think Abaco was the other one. And so that helps, because now we can, the same things that are being mirrored, the macrocosm in New Providence, can then have that micro in the family islands. And we think that we've been a great catalyst in helping that to happen.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so you've got the products, but
Yes.
are we seeing the prices come down?
So that I have to speak to the consumers on. I can speak to the business owner themselves. And when you think about an immediate shock or an immediate buffer, you have to look at perhaps businesses where they have had products or supply in store already and they've already paid a certain rate. There may be ancillary costs like rent that they have to consider. There may be light bill, which is extremely high still at the moment. There may be staff. And so there are other aspects that go into ensuring that the cost is reduced.
Right.
But if they on the front end are procuring them cheaper, and we now are working with logistics because that's still a nightmare. But the logistics then comes down. Then they can gradually begin to see those costs shift to the consumer. And so I don't think it's an instant shift yet, because there are, as I said, ancillary things. When we did the trade mission from Canada in February, March, light bills weren't what they were now.
That's true.
And so now that there's this big jump, it would be kind of a knee-jerk reaction for a consumer to automatically, for a producer, or a business owner to automatically decrease their prices when there are ancillary costs that have to still detract from that bottom line.
Right. Logistics is going to come down to economies of scale eventually, right? Well, that's the big ticket thing.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we've been strategic about in these trade missions is ensuring that we have a logistics person that travels with us.
Okay.
And so what that means is they are there on the ground themselves and able to make those linkages with the various vessels, with the various shipping lines. Interestingly enough, we didn't have one with us in Africa. We did invite two of them, but they had other pressing engagements.
Right.
However, we do have a member that's already in Africa. So it didn't make a difference for me because I had already said, listen, we're going to Algeria. It's very close to Ghana.
Right.
I know you have a satellite office in Ghana, and that's CLX Logistics, by the way.
Right.
I know you have a satellite office in Ghana, and so we need to look at logistics of moving these products from Algeria to Ghana and then into the Bahamas, which is already a thoroughfare that you traverse.
Right.
And so it was just as simple as getting that done.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, since we have Ricardo with us, tell us about the inbound trade mission with Jamaica, from Jamaica.
Sure. So it simply is an extension to what we have said already relative to our strategic push. And JAMPRO, which has been a great partner of the Bahamas, but also the Chamber over the years, reached out to us with an opportunity to bring several businesses to look for diversification of trade and those reciprocal agreements between Jamaica and the Bahamas, given our long-standing ties. And we saw it as a natural extension to our mission to ensure that we address the needs of the business community, but also diversify products and services. And so on the 24th and 25th, they will be in the Bahamas conducting those B2B meetings and looking at the opportunities that exist in the market, but also the opportunity for reciprocal trade, whether that's between trade inbound from Jamaica or trade outbound to Jamaica through the Bahamas. And so I've invited them on this morning just to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Okay. All right. So Ricardo Durant, tell us about JAMPRO, first of all, how long you've been around and what exactly it is that you all do.
Thank you very much. Well, JAMPRO is the government's trade and investment promotions agency. So we, as the name implies, we facilitate inward investments and also local investments, believe it or not, because that's also important to help our persons who are in country trying to invest in Jamaica itself. And then we facilitate our exporters, and we have hundreds of exporters, small, micro, medium-sized companies seeking to enter international markets. And my role, I've been at JAMPRO 15 years in investments, moved to exports 3 years ago, heading up this new department called Non-Food Manufacturing and Extractive Exports. And non-food, as the name implies, looks at a whole lot of subcategories, from chemicals to furniture to cosmetics to you name it. It's there. And also the extractives, looking at industrial aggregates, limestone, that sort of thing. And so, that's my portfolio, a large portfolio. And so, it's a good thing I worked in industry during my earlier life when I was growing up in business. And so, I came to the table with a lot of background information in those categories. Actually worked at 3M. And so, 3M is, a multinational that covers a range of products.
Wow.
So that helped me a lot.
Wow.
And so, we're seeking to bring 12 companies right now as where we stand. And it's not just actual non-food, it's also food and beverage. Non-food, which looks at cosmetics, and also castor oil, which is an input into the cosmetics industry. And I'm finding out there are a number of cosmetics producers within the Caribbean, so we can sell them the inputs like the raw castor oil or coconut oil. And then there is chemicals. There's a producer there that does chemicals, and also one that manufactures what she calls amenities for gifts, wooden amenities for hotels and corporate gifts, that sort of thing. But what is interesting is that one company who decided to come along is actually into talent management. So that company has 300 talent under management, mainly from Jamaica, but I believe there are a few from the other Caribbean countries.
Okay.
And so he's promoting that service to hoteliers who need to find talent for their guests, for performances, for that sort of thing. Or if you're a stage show and need to find talent, then, you could also work with that person. So I found that very, very interesting.
Okay.
And so it's a mix of services, non-food, and also food and beverage.
All right, that's pretty exciting.
I think people would be amazed if they read packaging on things around the country, how much stuff comes from Jamaica that they don't. That doesn't say Jamaica on the packaging.
Yeah,
pharmaceuticals as well.
All right, so if you're interested, especially in the talent portion there, what should you be doing? Should you be prepared to audition or something, or what's being expected of you?
Well, it's two things. But you know what? I'm not sure they're equipped for the audition. But certainly, they can drop us an email, and I could give you my email address, or they could work through the chamber and they will contact us, whichever one. And but we were more looking for persons now who would utilize the services of those performers. I know we are definitely not ignoring talent from around the Caribbean that could come under that umbrella. It's a very interesting mix, and it's a 5-year-old company. They have grown tremendously, and the moment I saw them, I encouraged them. I said, "Listen, you need to go across the Caribbean because I know what it means to have entertainment in those hotels."
Do you think?
And across the Caribbean normally? Yes.
Do you think there'll be more? JAMPRO will introduce more services-based industries when you do your tours across the Caribbean?
That is quite possible. It's quite possible. We are seeing more and more where services are contacting us. There was one there's a company that is involved in destination promotion, and they wanted to come along, but they're kind of sitting on the fence right now. They're not so sure that this is a good move for them, because they're still a young company. But yes, there are quite a few who express interest. Destination management certainly was, and that's basically selling hotel rooms. That's one of the basic things that they do, and promoting a destination. That's definitely something that they're interested in.
Yeah. So I know you're talking about a lot of
something JAMPRO is also interested in doing. I must tell you. Yes, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No problem. You mentioned a lot of the non-food items, but I'm sure food is there's great potential for food here. Let's talk about that and opportunities.
Certainly. So we have Caribbean Dreams who will be coming, and they make a range of teas, beverages, that sort of thing. There's Home Choice, who does a ginger extract, very, 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 very good product, and other extracts that they do. Then there is Thoma Vibes, who produces tonic wines. Interestingly, Novatrex does juice manufacturing. Then there is Harvest Hill. They manufacture foods and other authentic Jamaican cuisine. And so it's a very interesting mix that will be coming here. And Harvest Hill also does ready-to-eat foods. I don't know if that will go in the Caribbean, but they're willing to look at it because we like to cook our own food, But it's there, and they have spices and tropical fruits. And that sort of thing. So
they might actually do very well in the Bahamas.
I have some good friends and family in the Bahamas, and I hear about you guys. I hear you put on a party. There is lots of food. I must tell you. My wife has been to the Bahamas. I haven't been there. This would be my first trip.
Okay. Interesting. Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. Wow.
Yes.
Sounds great. All right. So, Dr. Leah Roll, so what should people be doing? Is it too late to be a part of this?
I laughed when you said that because initially when we began working with JAMPRO, we thought it would be more prudent to have a streamlined approach. Where we look at our client list and we strategically place them with 3 to 4 businesses that align directly. And so one of the team members said, well, what if we just open it up and see what's out there?
Right.
And we did that yesterday. And within the first hour or so, we had almost 20 persons that had signed up. So we're trying to kind of incorporate them in the streamlined approach that we've already done. We will have one other call today and then close it off because we already had the meetings lined up, but we just wanted to see if perhaps there were opportunities that we didn't miss, whether they were persons who were not members or persons from the wider business community. And so we did send out, I saw it come out this morning, another reminder for persons and they can go on our website or our social media, and it's just a link that they sign up to say that they have an interest in meeting with some of the businesses. And what we've done is we've outlined the industries in which those businesses fall. And so you just tell us what your specific industry interest is, and then we'll align it with one of those businesses.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. And any deadlines or anything? Or
So deadline is today because, like I said, we've already actually streamlined those meetings. We're just now putting together a schedule, and we'll work to accommodate you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about linking and creating those opportunities.
Yeah.
So I'm sure even if we go beyond the time frame that we have allotted for that day, we'll get the meetings in as best we can.
Right.
So I know you said the 24th and 25th.
I think you leave on the 25th, right, Duran? Ricardo?
Do we lose Ricardo?
Yeah, I think they leave on the 25th, so it's going to be...
Could you repeat? I'm sorry about that.
I was asking if you guys leave. What time on the 25th?
We leave in the afternoon of the 25th. I believe it's about 5 o'clock or thereabout.
Okay.
5:30. Yes, we leave.
Okay.
So we can work up to say half day. Maybe
about noon. Yeah, so we'll get them in.
The afternoon of the 25th.
Yeah.
So we are there to work. You work us. We're not gonna sit
Turn them
around.
away.
We'd
Yeah.
love to enjoy some of the island, yes. But and I think we have left that for the day of the 25th. But it's a working visit, yes.
Okay, all right. So what's the format? How is it going to work on those 2 days?
Starting with an ease of doing business presentation, because of course, if you're bringing these entrepreneurs and you're looking to do a level of reciprocal trade in the Bahamas, you want to know what the red tape is, what's the ease, and who better to do that than the chairman of the Trade Commission himself. And so Senator Barry Griffin has agreed to do that for us. To give them a full outline of the ease of doing business. And then we go straight into those B2B meetings with the companies and the Bahamian companies that we've paired. And then we also have a segment where we have some hoteliers that are coming to meet with a strategic view of the entrepreneurs that are coming in.
Nice. Wonderful. Okay, so that's going to be great. The 24th and 25th of this month. All right, so you also have Barbados.
Yes. So the Caribbean Export Development Agency has been a great partner, and I've been, in communication with them since my SPDC days. And so I've never lost communication. And one of the things that even then they were big on was that there are opportunities that they provide that the Bahamians or Bahamian companies usually never take advantage of. And even if they apply, the applications are usually weak, exceed on to actually get the funding. One successful business when I was at SPDC is Limeade. They were able to secure a grant to solarize their entire plant. And so they are about to launch another green energy grant. And so what they want to do is give us sort of a cheat sheet, an opportunity to pour into businesses the right questions that you ask, the way you defend your proposal, the way to write that proposal. And these are for grants. These aren't for loans, and they are large grants, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And so I thought that was a great opportunity. They're coming in. The first one is the end of September, around the 30th or so, and that is a green transitioning workshop. It's a full day of workshop relative to green energy, green transition, and then they are going to do some free energy audits for us. For the next few days after that. And then
for only chamber members?
Well, so I get in a lot of trouble from the board because usually I like selectivism. And I think you are a chamber member, you realize the importance of an organization that is out there championing your cause and working for you. But I'm also reminded that the chamber speaks for all businesses, whether you're a member or not. And so there will be an opportunity for persons who are not chamber members to benefit from that as well.
Oh, wow. That sounds really good.
Yes.
All right, so how do you sign up for that?
So again, there's a link on our website as well as on our socials that gives you the opportunity to express an interest, and then we will streamline that list to ensure. Now, for the green energy, they've given us only 35 persons that will be able to attend that. And for the access to finance, there will be 40 persons that will be able to attend. So 75 in total. Access to finance is in October. So they're coming to 2 missions twice. The first one will come in the end of September. They will do the green energy transitioning workshop and then the free energy audits to supplement those energy audits that we were able to secure from BPL.
Right.
And then in October, they're coming back again, another group from the same Caribbean Export Development Agency out of Barbados. At that time, they'll be speaking about access to finance. And that's a day-and-a-half workshop.
Wow.
And again, all the information
is on our
your
website.
Wonderful stuff. Very exciting.
Don't be surprised if you sign up and then we come back and say, well, you need to now become a member. Because these, remember, are benefits for our members. And I don't want to disenfranchise members, even though we speak for the entire business community.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So it's amazing how quickly this year's gone by. But I suspect you still have a lot going on for the rest of the year. What can you tell us now?
So in October, we have our conclave of Family Island Chambers, where we bring all of the Family Island Chambers together for an opportunity to collaborate, to network. In November, we have our AGM, which is our annual general meeting. This year is a voting year, which means that our board and all offices will possibly change. The CEO grounds the organization, so I unfortunately don't have a voting in and out, or fortunately. But nonetheless, the board should change in November. And in December, we have our trade show, which is an opportunity for business. What I want to do, and I'm very, very adamant about this, is to have an international boulevard. We've had so many trade missions over the course of the year. Why not have an entire boulevard dedicated to international businesses, whether it be Indian, Chinese, Canadian, African, where they can sell their products and services on an entire boulevard at that trade mission or trade show. And so that's going to be December 6th at the Bahamas National Trust.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that should be great.
It's going to be amazing.
Wow.
You found space at the trust. That's great.
So it's going to be the entire, you know how jollification is. So it's going to be similar to that setup.
Wow, that's huge.
Not just for members.
No, this is open to the
everybody.
general public.
Okay. This is very exciting, and you'll be back many times before all
that,
of these,
to give
talk about this.
opportunities.
But great stuff with the inbound trade mission from Barbados, and of course inbound trade mission from Jamaica. Ricardo Durant, we hope you have a great time when you come finally to the Bahamas. Enjoy yourself and don't work too hard, but good luck. Good luck to everything there with Jam Pro. And Dr. Leroy, thank you so much.
Anytime. Thank you for the opportunity, Dwight.
All right, we're going to take a break and be back with our final few minutes of Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday morning. Stay with us here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
It's the glitziest night in agriculture, where roots run deep and the spotlight shines bright. The Agrarian Awards 2025 takes center stage on Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Grand Ballroom. And you need to be there. Presented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources and the Agricultural Development Organization. Get your tickets now at adobahamas.org or call 397-7400 for more information. The Agrarian Awards 2025, planting with heart and soil.
In uncertain times, resilience is everything. That's why CFAL is inviting you to the Financial Services Event of the Year, the 2025 and Economic Conference. It all happens Thursday, October 16th at 8 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar Convention Center. Under the theme Resilience in the Face of Global Uncertainty, this half-day conference is your chance to gain powerful insights on navigating today's shifting global economy. This is the premier networking and knowledge-sharing event of the year, and you cannot afford to miss it. So secure your spot today at www.cfal.com.
Your solution for rising gas prices and expensive car maintenance has landed. Brand new 2026 electric vehicles from BYD have arrived at Easy Car Sales. Imagine no more gas and major savings on maintenance. Test drive a BYD EV today and save thousands with the car that redefines driving. Visit easy242.com for our 3 locations, in-house financing, and more. Easy Car Sales, the only authorized BYD dealer and warranty provider in the Bahamas.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. Any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards, you name it, we can print it.
Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located at the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Do you know who's giving you $1,500 cash back? None other than Chevrolet. Test drive the classy LTZ-trimmed Colorado truck, or the sporty Trax RS, or the family-friendly Captiva SUV. Or how about the fuel-efficient Groove? Whatever your choice, you will be riding safe with a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty from a dealer that's been around for over 85 years. Get down to Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street and select a model that gives you $1,500 cash back. Chevrolet, built with the innovative technology you trust.
Nothing beats a Chickchani Challenge. On September 27th, we're bringing the action, a 5K course packed with 20 thrilling obstacles. Start and finish at Fusion Superplex with energy, fun and excitement all around. First time? No problem. Try the Chickchani Lite version, built just for beginners. Got kids? 7 can take on their very own Chickchani Kids Challenge. And this year, we're turning 10. So grab your team, mark your calendar, and come celebrate with us. Visit chickchanichallenge.com to sign up today. Thanks to our sponsors Fusion Superplex, Guardian Radio 96.9, Kalina, RBC, Advantage Insurance, Party Pilots Rentals and Events, Fincastle Media Group, Powerade, Click, and Art of Graphics.
In uncertain times, resilience is everything. That's why CFAL is inviting you to the financial services event of the year, the 2025 CFAL Pension and Economic Conference. It all happens Thursday, October 16th at 8 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar Convention Center. Under the theme Resilience in the Face of Global Uncertainty, this half-day conference is your chance to gain powerful insights on navigating today's shifting global economy. This is the premier networking and knowledge-sharing event of the year, and you cannot afford to miss it. So secure your spot.cfal.com.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Sandals Resorts International and the government have agreed to terms related to Sandals' Beaches Resort development in Exuma, which was delayed due to a dispute over taxes owed to the government. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation Chester Cooper telling the media that the dispute over the taxes is now, and it is anticipated that the government and Sandals will sign an agreement for the Beaches Resort very soon. In May, Sandals released a statement explaining that some of its Exuma properties had ended up on an auction list published by the Department of Inland Revenue, and that was a mistake. It said that this was an error stemming from inaccurate records with the Department of Inland Revenue. Sandals is preparing to turn its former Sandals Emerald Bay property into a family-friendly beaches-branded resort. The Sandals brand is promoted for couples. Last year, Sandals Executive Chairman Adam Stewart said that the 3.8 average number of guests per room for a beaches resort will mean much more airlift and more opportunities for Exuma and Exumians than was generated by the now closed Sandals Emerald Bay property. The Nassau Cruise Port is preparing to pay out another dividend to its shareholders, the third payout from the Bahamas Investment Fund in less than 1 year. This third dividend will be paid at $1.47 per share, according to the fund's administrator, CFAL. The dividend will be paid on September. Shareholders on record as of 16th of September. It says that cruise passenger volumes continue to grow and exceed pre-pandemic levels, which bode well for future revenues for Nassau Cruise Port. The Inter-American Development Bank recently holding a roadshow in the Bahamas for its private sector arm called IDB Invest in order to garner more business interest in its loans and grants on offer. Alternate Executive Director for the Caribbean constituency on the board, Quentin Lightburn, says a meeting last week with private sector representatives focused on aviation, finance, and pharmaceuticals. He says that over the past few years, there's been a major increase in the number of loans and grants awarded to Bahamian businessmen and companies. He said there's now a greater push to get even more Bahamian involvement. And CARICOM has found through a study that the Caribbean region could save $1.3 billion, reducing its dependence on imports from the U.S. Bahamas Trade Commission saying in a press statement that this leads the Bahamas leads the region in trade diversification. The government, according to the statement issued, is reaffirming the trade diversification initiative. And according to the Trade Commission, the Bahamas has a first-mover advantage in the region, having introduced a national trade diversification strategy, which has already shown some progress. Overseas shoppers increasing their spending at a better-than-expected pace in August from July, helped by back-to-back school shopping, even as U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs are starting to hurt the job market and lead to price increases. Retail sales rose 0.6% last month from July, when sales were up a revised 0.6%, according to the Commerce Department's report. In June, retail sales rose 0.9%. The August performance announced two continued efforts by Americans to keep pushing up purchases ahead of expected price increases. Retail sales increases followed 2 straight months of spending declines in April and May. And TikTok users in the U.S. may get a reprieve from the threat of a shutdown after the Trump administration announced it's reached a framework deal with China for the ownership of the popular social media platform. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying in a press conference after the latest round of trade talks between the world's two top economies that U.S. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping would speak Friday to possibly finalize the deal. He said the objective of the deal would be to switch to American ownership, though he did not disclose the terms of the deal, saying that it's between two private parties, adding that the commercial terms have been agreed upon. In your market watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Monday, your market movers, AML Foods Limited moving 1,100 shares, closing at $6.55, up 10 cents. Consolidated Water up 2 cents, closing at $6.69. And Emir Incorporated down 4 cents, closing at $11.39. The BISX All-Share Index closing at 3,012.13, up 0.07. That's your market watch. And that is your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. Is going to do it for us today. I want to thank Chester Robarts for being with us for part of the morning. We'll talk with him again tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Everybody have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.